Let's take a look at the portfolio dashboard. The portfolio dashboard is a very in-depth report. This report will show how good your portfolios are performing as well as how good you are liquidating each portfolio. Let's start with the first column, which is the portfolio column. This is the name of your portfolios. By default, your most recent portfolio will be listed at the top of the report and will go in order by placement date. Next is the placement date column. This shows the date the portfolio was loaded into your system. Next is the principal column. This shows the principal amount of the portfolio. In other words, this is the amount of debt you originally purchased. This column does not include fees you may have added when you loaded your file. Next is the active principal column. This is the amount of debt that you currently have placed with your collectors. We call it the active principal because this is the amount that is actively being worked by your collectors. Next is the total collected column. This shows how much money you have collected on the file so far. This amount does include posted and all pending money on file. Next is the target column. This is the target liquidation rate you set as a percentage goal to achieve. If you want to collect 20% on a portfolio, then that percentage will show in this column. Think of it as your liquidation goal. Next is the total column. This is your total liquidation for a portfolio for all time. In other words, how good you liquidated a portfolio since the first day you placed it. Next is the month column. This is your liquidation percentage based off of the month you're currently in. Next is the current column. This is your liquidation percentage based on how much money is currently placed with your collectors. This does not include remaining new business. In other words, this is the liquidation percentage on the active principal. Next is the current posted column. This is the current amount of money you have posted for the month you're in. Next is the current post-dated column. This is the current amount of money you have pending for the month you're in. Next is the current total. This is the current posted and pending numbers combined for the month you're in. Next is the average balance column. This is the average balance of all the accounts in your portfolio. Next is the average payment column. This is the average payment amount being collected by your collectors. Next is the average payment count column. This is the average payments taken on your portfolio. In other words, your collectors have taken around 15 payments on this portfolio. Next is the total accounts column. This shows you how many accounts you have in your portfolio. Next is the new business count column. This shows you how many accounts you still have in new business. Next is the new business total. This shows you how much money is still in new business. This is especially helpful when determining how much money has been collected versus how much money you still have in new business. Lastly is the needed column. This shows you how much money you need to collect to hit your target liquidation percentage. As you notice, this report is color-coded. If the portfolio is in red, then that means you have not hit your target liquidation percentage. If the portfolio is in green, this means you have hit your target liquidation percentage, and if your portfolio is in white, this means you're still working on it. Thank you for watching. Please visit www.dcitllc.com. Also, don't forget to check out our other videos.